friends! It's good to be with you again. Today what we're going to do is we are going to read a book and do a little activity after. This book is about an elephant. And if you remember from the last video I did, we learned about some animals. And one of them was an elephant. So kind of remember what an elephant looks like. Remember from the picture, they kind of have that really long trunk. It's kind of used for a nose. They have those flappy ears. They have a really big round body and big feet. We're going to read this story, and these blind men in this story, they're gonna figure out what an elephant is, and it's kind of silly. So we'll get started. Long ago and far away, there lived 6 blind men. Although these men could not see, they learned about the world in many ways. They could hear the music of the flute with their ears. They could feel the softness of silk with their fingers. They could smell the scent of food cooking and taste its spicy flavor. Together they took care of their home, and they were very happy. Then, one day, the blind men heard some exciting news. The prince had received a new elephant at his palace. The blind men had heard of elephants, but they had never met one. They did not know what an elephant was like. "Let us go to the prince's palace," said one of the blind men. "Then we can find out what the elephant is really like." Off they went. It was a long walk to the palace. The blind men grew hot and thirsty, but they did not stop. They could not wait to touch the elephant. Finally, they reached the palace. A guard came to greet them. The blind men told him why they had come. "Of course you may touch the elephant," said the guard. "I am sure the prince will not mind." The guard led the 6 men to the animal, which stood quietly in the garden. The first blind man touched the elephant's side. "It is strong and wide," he thought. "I think an elephant is like a wall." The second blind man touched the elephant's long, round trunk. "Oh, it is just like a snake," he decided. The third man grabbed the elephant's smooth ivory tusk. "Why, an elephant is as sharp as a spear." The fourth man held the elephant's leg. He thought it was as round and firm as a tree. The fifth blind man held the elephant's ear. The ear was very, very big. The elephant flapped it gently. The fifth man laughed. "It's just like a fan." The sixth blind man touched the animal's long, thin tail. "An elephant is like a rope," he thought. By now it was midday. The sun burned hot in the sky. The guard took the 6 men over to a tall, shady tree. "Why don't you rest here?" he said. "I will bring you some water." While they waited, the 6 blind men talked about the elephant. "No one told me that the elephant is like a wall," said the first man. "A wall?" said the second blind man. "Oh no, it is like a snake." The third man shook his head. "An elephant is clearly like a spear." "What?" said the fourth man. "An elephant is like a tree." The fifth man started to shout. "A wall, a snake, a spear, a tree? You are all wrong. An elephant is like a fan." Do you think these guys are getting closer? It's kind of silly what they're coming up with. "No, it is like a rope," yelled the 6th blind man. The sound of angry voices filled the garden. It was the sound of the 6 blind men fighting about the elephant. "A wall, a snake, a spear, a tree, a fan, a rope." All the noise woke the prince. He had been taking his midday nap. "Quiet!" he called. "I am trying to sleep." "We are sorry," said the first blind man, "but we cannot agree on what an elephant is like. We each touch the same animal, but to each of us, the animal is completely different." It's kind of funny. Each of them think it's a fan or spear or rope. But that's not just what an elephant is, huh? The prince spoke gently. "The elephant is a very large animal. Its side is like a wall. Its trunk is like a snake. Its tusks are like spears. Its legs are like trees. Its ears are like fans. And its tail is like rope." They were kind of right, huh? "So you are all right, but you are all wrong too, for each of you touched only one part of the animal. To know what an elephant is really like, you must put all those parts together." Kind of like a puzzle, huh? The blind men thought about the prince's words. They realized that he was very wise. "I will tell you something else about the elephant," said the prince. "It is very good to ride on. Now you will ride on it all the way home." So they did. And they all agreed that was the best part of all. Okay, did you like that story? I love that story. I think it's so funny because the blind men, they think that, an elephant is a spear. But we know that it's not a spear. It's a lot bigger than a spear, right? Also, when they say it's a rope, like, how silly is that? I think it's really funny. We're going to kind of do something similar to the blind men. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get a bag, and you're going to want to have someone fill it with random toys or things around the house, and then you need a blindfold because you're going to try and guess what's in the secret bag. Kind of like how the blind man had to guess what an elephant was. And when you pull out each item, try to describe the item that you're pulling out. Try and think, is this as big as a tree? Or is it sharp like a spear? Things like that. And it'll be kind of silly to see how we do it too. I'm going to try one. Are you ready? Here's my magic backpack. I'm going to pull right out of there, and I'm going to put my blindfold on, so we'll see. I'm going to try and we'll see if I can do this right. Here we go. Ooh, can't see. Okay. Okay, this is what I pulled out. Can you see it? Ooh. It's kind of squishy, like Play-Doh, but it's not like Play-Doh. It's kind of more soft. It's got like fabric. Ooh, I feel like 2 legs. Maybe it's like a toy bear. Oh, it's got hands. Oh, it's got something. This is really, really smooth. Like, trying to think. It's kind of smooth like a whiteboard. You know, at school that we write on? Kind of feels smooth like that. I wonder. Is it a teddy bear? I mean, it has arms, it has legs, it has a head, and it has some smooth stuff right here. I think it's got to be a toy bear. Let's see what it is. Oh my word! I totally guessed wrong. But it kind of is like a toy bear, huh? Because it's got a head, it's got 2 little arms and legs, and it's squishy like a toy bear, right? But it's not a toy bear. Kind of funny. Well, I'm excited for you to try this, and it'll be kind of fun if you do it with, one of your siblings or with one of your parents. And we'll see how close you get to guessing what it is. Okay, but we'll see you next time. Bye.